Welcome to this Tom's Tech Notes video. This is the 8th video in the user's guide for PowerDirector. This video shows how to edit videos recorded with a green screen to replace the green background with another photo or video background. The user's guide is in playlist How to Edit Videos with PowerDirector 20. Please watch the first video in the user's guide if you haven't already. There are links to the playlist at the end of this video and in the description below the video window. Many video editors can process green screen videos. Some are free, some have free trial versions. But I'll be using Cyberlink PowerDirector version 18 because I've been using it for years, since before I started producing green screen videos. The steps are the same for PowerDirector 19. We'll show how to mask the original recording to remove everything except your actions in front of the green screen, then how to remove the green screen and replace it with either a background photo or video. We'll also show you how to change the size or position of your image on the new background. First, open PowerDirector and import the files you're going to be working with. The easiest way to do that is to drag the files onto the PowerDirector icon. What we're going to work with now are, we're going to start by replacing the sound in our DSLR video recording with a recording made on the laptop using the SM35 microphone. That's the way I start processing all my DSLR videos, because the sound is terrible if the camera is very far from you. So we're going to put those files in. We're also going to put a couple of trial photo backgrounds, one video background. So we'll just select all those files and put them all in. You could put it one at a time in after you open it, but it's simpler just to start with all the ones you want. To add more files later, just drag them into the window of the open PowerDirector. PowerDirector has opened and it has imported all our files. The first step is to replace the audio. Drag the DSLR recording down onto the timeline and drag the audio recording from that's been moved over from the laptop using voice recorder. Drag it down another track on the timeline. PowerDirector has an audio sync capability. If you select two files that both have audio in them, you can select sync by audio. PowerDirector will analyze the two files and then line them up so that their audio parts match. Then you can split off the parts that don't have the audio. We've split the two files at the same point. Now we can get rid of those two parts. Don't fill the gap, leave the gap, otherwise it'll shift them with respect to each other and we have to keep them synchronized. Now we can drag them both to the left end. The reason you do that is the next step to replace the audio is select just this audio and drag it up, keeping it to the left so it doesn't shift. Release, select Overwrite. Now we've replaced the original DSLR audio with the audio from the laptop. It'll sound much better. There's a little piece on the end we can get rid of. When you select this one, it's linked to that. We have to unlink them. Now we can select it separately and this one and get rid of them. We need to mask out everything except the green screen and of course me in front of it. So to do that, you select the video portion and you open the Mask Designer. Please note, in the newer versions of PowerDirector, the Pip Designer and the Mask Designer have been moved into the Tools tab. We'll select Rectangle. By default, it's going to keep the same shape. So we have to go down, begin by unchecking the box that says Maintain Mask Aspect Ratio. Uncheck it. Now we can drag the cropping dots independently of each other. Hover over it till you see the double-headed arrow. Drag it over to where it's only on the green screen. Same way on this side. You wouldn't want to do that if you wanted to, for instance, point to something with your arm out. You'd want to leave more of the green on there, but we'll just do this for the example. And we can go ahead and save that. We need to move the video down to the second track because the background photo or video has to be on the track above the video track. So let's just try one of our background pictures. Let's put it over the part that I've already done the masking. I haven't masked the rest, so you have to process each piece separately unless it's uniform enough where you can process them all at once before you split the video. Don't split the video too early in the processing because anything you process here where you're masking will only apply to this selected section. But again, for the example, I'm just working on one tiny little part. So we could go ahead and cut our background so it'll only show during this selected section. Now we're just going to have this with this background. Make sure everything is selected. And when you select the video, you will see both the masked video that you did and you'll see the background video or photo. In this case, it's a photo. Now we need to get rid of the green. Make sure you've selected the video. Select the PIP designer. The green screen elimination logic is called chroma key. So scroll down till you see chroma key, select it. Now the next step is you have to select the eyedropper. It's a little confusing because the eyedropper doesn't do anything when you select it. Once you move it over here, you see the eyedropper. So you click it once to select it. Then when you move over, you'll see the eyedropper. And now move that into the green. And if you have a variation in lighting at all, it's best to click on the brightest area. And pretty much got rid of all the green. There's a little bit here where there was apparently some shading. Now there's an adjustment for that as long as it's not too far off, and that's this color range. Very slowly increase the color range till this green goes away. If you notice your hair fluttering, increasing the color setting will sometimes eliminate it. If you notice moving patterns on your body, try adjusting the color and the denoise until you minimize or eliminate them. And let's try it out. I'll play this whole short little clip to see what happens. And you do want to make sure that nothing funny happens in the segment you're working on, and it pretty much looks like it's perfect. That'll happen frequently if you have a real green screen and you've been fairly careful illuminating it. If you have a fake green screen like a beige wall or something, you'll have a lot of trouble getting the wall to go away. And also, then you'll get little speckles, which you have to increase the denoise setting to get rid of. Fortunately, all we had to do was make a slight increase of the color range. So that's all you basically do to process the green screen to get rid of the green and superimpose your image on your background. Now go ahead, you can go ahead and save the result and go ahead and check it again after you do. Play it again on this, the actual changed video. Remember, this is the background, this is the video where we removed the green. Let's go back to the PIP designer so I can show you how to change the size and position of the image. Now you move by clicking in the middle and seeing the cross appear, but you change the size by dragging the dots. You can also change the size by dragging the height or width sliders in the left column. Remember, you want to keep this checked. Maintain aspect ratio. Now if you drag it down or this side, it'll start changing the size. So click once to start, drag this down, and it decreases the size. And now to move it up, you can just click in the middle and drag it up, And of course, if you wanted it over here, you can do that. If you wanted yourself peeking up, the text is going to be in front when you go back to the saved result. Go and save that. So you can have another track of this down here, pip that, and then you could have two of you on the picture and moving you around independently. You just copy this down here and use the pip designer on this one to move it around wherever you want. So, but now what I can do is move this over, and see there's the original one that I copied, and I could have another one of me over here, for instance. You don't have to use the pip designer to move or change the size of the image. You can just select a clip, then resize it by dragging the dots around the edges, or click in the middle and drag to move it. That's everything you need to do to go through and add your background, get rid of the background, superimpose you on that new background, and make sure that there's nothing funny, there's no green parts in here, and there's no little black speckles, or sometimes you'll get like a pixelation thing that flickers for you if things aren't exactly right, like the green's not exactly right, or the lighting is not exactly right. If you notice a green edge on your image, that's caused by light reflected on you from the green screen. To remove that, use a light behind you and direct it toward your back. One last adjustment we need to make. Select the background image, then drag the dots on the sides or the top as necessary to stretch the picture to fill the window. If you enjoyed this Tom's Tech Notes video, please like it and leave a comment. To watch my other videos or to read many computer help articles, please visit my YouTube channel or my website at the URLs shown here. There are links to the playlist in the description below the video window. When thumbnails appear, click the thumbnail at upper left to open the playlist containing this video. Click at lower left to watch a video recommended for you. Click my photo to visit the Tom's Tech Notes YouTube channel. To subscribe, hover over my photo, then click the red button. Request notifications to be notified when I add videos to the channel.